So it's been a few years since I started the channel, and relatively in the beginning of the channel, like a few months into it, I started doing the extended readings. So after every general tarot scope for each of the zodiac sign, I would also make an extended, and that extended would be available on Vimeo, and later on it became available on Patreon. So my patrons, this really applies to you. So stay tuned. Um, and recently, I've started feeling like maybe it's time for me to put aside the extendeds. If not forever, then maybe for the time being. I'm just not. I'm not feeling them anymore. I don't feel like that's the direction I ought to stay on for now. I feel like if I don't do the extendeds, um, then it's like the messages might, instead of being divided into the general message here on YouTube and then the extended message on Vimeo and Patreon, instead of being divided like that, it will just all be compressed into here for it to be delivered to you here on YouTube. Maybe I have the intuition that it will make the messages here, the readings, a bit more, I don't know, bigger and more inclusive to everything you need to hear, again, instead of being divided. Anyway, I'm going with my sentiment and with my intuition, so I'm going to honor it. By the way, I see that many of you have joined. Say hi in the chat. Let me know that you're around. Let me know where you're tuning in from, and what sign you are. I don't know. Say whatever it is you want to say. And if you want to book a question, read the description box and the chat pinned comment, and that way you'll know what to do. Okay. So, um, I'm not doing the extendeds from September and on. All the extendeds for August are already up on Vimeo and on Patreon. But for September, I won't have extended readings. I will still do the regular readings by the Zodiac here on YouTube. However, instead of the extended, I am going to implement something different. It is a VIP content. It was available for you on Vimeo. It is not going to be available here on YouTube, and I will explain why. And I am talking about my Tarot Masterclass Bunkai. So, my patrons, if you were freaking out, it's like, oh well, I'm signed up to my membership includes the extended. So instead of the extended, you are now going to have unlimited streaming of the 90 pre-recorded classes, 90 pre-recorded classes that I've created as a Tarot Masterclass Bunkai. And I will go into the detail of it in a second. Hi, Edward. Thank you for joining from Chicago. Very cool. So, Tarot Masterclass. I've been very adamant on keeping it at its high value, and I'm still adamant on doing that. And I found the perfect way to keep it at its high value and making it more available to you guys, because when you get it as a monthly membership on Patreon as opposed to one-time purchase on Vimeo. Hi, Black Lotus, welcome. As opposed to a one-time purchase on Vimeo, you're able to divide the payments while still, for a longer period of time, while still having the unlimited unlimited access to that. And the thing is, 90 recorded classes, that's a lot. Every class is between 20 minutes to an hour, sometimes even more, because they're very, very in-depth. Like they are to take you from absolute beginner, knowing nothing about tarot, to mastery. I put in all the knowledge that I have there and then some. So it's important that you'll have the ability to access them for as long as you need, right? And to be able to implement the lessons and do the homework and rewatch them when you need to. So Patreon will be just the perfect platform for that. I'm sorry. And that will be on top of everything else that is already there, except for the extended. So we already had in the extended the all the extended readings, the monthly extended readings. Now we're not going to have them anymore. However, from August and past, the extendeds are going to remain up there. I'm not going to take them down. So if you're interested in watching, you'll be able to have access to the extendeds from August and the past. You can go back in time, see all kinds of extended love readings, general extended readings. So those will stay up there. I'm just not going to make new ones. So you'll still have access to that. And you're going to have access to Tarot Masterclass. And I'm going to go into the details uh, in a sec. And you're going to still have access, unlimited access to karmic shift and liberation, which is, there's a video for each of the zodiac sign to help you through your karmic shift and liberation, through karma and into dharma, pretty much. And there are regular monthly, every 2 weeks, every new moon and full moon, there's a lunar spirit, very long reading that includes daily rune messages, a rune for each day for the next 2 weeks, animal spirit messages, and then an entire tarot reading for my community of patrons, from the new or the full moon energies, and it's just tarot, seeing what's up. So there's a lot going on Patreon, regardless of the extended, and there will continue be a lot going on Patreon on top of now Tarot Masterclass Bunkai. And I'm so excited about this because I knew how sacred it was for me to keep it at a high value and to keep it, something that you have to make an effort to attain. Okay. Hi Copenhagen. Hi Lucas from Copenhagen. Thank you for joining. And that way I get to do that. I get to make you pretty much make an effort and be consistent and give an exchange of energy for the sake of that knowledge, because certain knowledge needs to be honored. And certain knowledge, even though it's really great, the time that we're in, where information is so accessible to everyone through the internet and through YouTube, I think it's a very good thing. It helps expand human consciousness and get us, closer to, I don't know, to our own potential, because knowledge is power. So that's a good thing. On the other hand, the downside of it is that it waters it down. It kind of belittles information when you have something so available and everywhere. First of all, you don't know how to differentiate, right? Roses from weeds. It's hard to differentiate, and because it's so saturated. And the information out there about tarot, unfortunately, especially in the YouTube realm, when people are teaching, especially when they do it for free, the things that I see, they're good information, but when you don't know what else is out there, you don't know that it's mediocre, or you don't know that it's partial. I think they themselves don't even know. They think, oh, I know what I know, and that's the most there is to know. And no. um, so the process of me studying tarot, which was years and years of effort through the feet, when I studied my advanced studies of tarot, I was homeless at the time. It was over a decade ago. I was homeless at the time. I had to scratch every coin in order to just take the bus to get to the class, and it was a shamanic journey. I've learned so much spirituality simultaneously to the process of learning the cards. And that's what I implemented into my tarot masterclass. It's the shamanic journey of the cards. These are 78 cards that represent 78 aspects of the human condition. Learning the tarot is learning a path to enlightenment, to awareness, to understanding yourself as a whole, and then in turn understanding life as a whole, because we are an autonomy of this existence, right? And every card represents an aspect of that. So learning the cards is learning our human condition, learning life, right? There's so much occult in here. There's so much ancient wisdom. There's so much esoterics, and all of that I put there. And during the time that I recorded these classes, it was 2 years during which I moved around a lot. I went through my own shamanic journey. I did a cross country twice. I've gone through so much dark nights of the soul, and I've been through the underworld, and I've implemented all of that also into my teachings. So it's very wholesome. It's very, what's the word? Inclusive to many, many aspects of the tarot. It takes you from zero to wherever I'm at, right? And it's a journey. It's a spiritual journey. And having that for unlimited streaming on Patreon and giving you that access, I feel like it would be great for both of us because you will get to have it, yay. And I will get to, enjoy the fruits of my labor in a way that doesn't feel like I'm watering it down or belittling it or whatnot. It just feels right for me today, and it feels right for TMC. Bunkai, in case you're wondering, um, bunkai means secret application. It's a term in Japanese that usually is implemented in martial arts, meaning the secret underlined applications of the movements or of katas, for example. So I call it Tarot Masterclass Bunkai because I implemented all the secrets and the underlayers of the cards. Okay, and if you want to take a look at the full syllabus, check out the Vimeo page of it. The link is below, or just check out Patreon and the information is there. I will start uploading them on the Patreon um, tiers this month, and they will all be available by September. So you can either wait for September 1st to join, or you can join now and get them trickled. And in the meantime, also enjoy all the other content over there. Okay, I'd be happy to see you. And oh, another thing, there are two tiers. One tier has everything else and 15 classes from Tarot Masterclass. So if you want to get a taste, if you want to have a lower tier just to get a taste of Tarot Masterclass and of the other content and to get a feel of it, and then maybe upgrade for the higher tier, you can do that over there. In the higher tier, there's all the 90 classes. But also on top of that, there will be a live chat class every month. Once a month, I will go live over there to answer your questions, whatever questions you may have about the classes, about readings that you make and you want to practice or you want to ask my opinion. And it will just be a chill hangout, like a live class where I help you learn tarot. Okay, so that will also be there, and that's absolutely exclusive. So check it out if you're interested. I really hope to see you there. And for those of you who have been enjoying the extended, I want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart for supporting me the past few years and purchasing the extendeds either on Vimeo or on Patreon. Thank you. If you don't like that they're gone now, I'm sorry, but I hope you'll find interest possibly in Tarot Masterclass. And of course, just keep enjoying the content here. But thank you for your support.